Welcome to the second episode of Button Mash Dads. I'm Dan.
And I'm Chris. So this episode, I want to give a little backstory because I love how this episode came to be. I get a text message from Dan while I'm at work, just saying like, "Hey, you had $100, build a Wii library and go." Like, whoa, that's actually brilliant. It's freaking brilliant. I loved it.
Thank you.
So that's the premise of this episode is you have $100.
Yes.
That you use PriceCharting.com's complete game prices.
Yes. Price charting has kind of changed retro gaming collecting. It's sort of the baseline for what a video game is worth nowadays. And so I figured that'd be a good resource. And we're also going with the condition of complete in-box because I'm kind of a complete in-box snob.
Wait, we did?
Oh, did you go loose?
I think I did.
Oh. Well, either way, we got some hypothetical prices for you. So I challenge you, $100. You're building a Wii library. Mm-hmm. With my picks, I will say up front, I kind of built my library for something for my child to enjoy. So my library is kind of like for when my child gets old enough to waggle a remote around.
And I built mine kind of on the same premise, but again, my kids are older. I have a kid that's almost 13, a kid that's 11, and then my daughter is under 2 years of age. So really wasn't thinking of her, but I was definitely thinking about games that my boys and I could play.
Yes.
But mostly for myself. Again, what I find fascinating, and we were just talking about this before we recorded, is out of you picked 7 games.
Yes.
I picked 4, and there is 0 overlap.
Which is crazy. And then again, I think that speaks to the Wii's library. Now, the Wii gets a lot of crap because there's over 1,000 games in North America.
Wow.
And approximately 999 of them are pure crap. But there are a bunch in there that are absolute gems.
Yes.
There's all-time great games in there, and I just think it's terrible that people crap all over the Wii when if you go digging a little, you're going to find some gold.
I agree. Graphically, was it the best system?
No.
Did the Xbox and the PlayStation outperform it? Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But the biggest difference is that you could get games on the Wii and get a gameplay experience that you could not get with the other two consoles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nintendo sold countless systems just based on the fact that you could play Wii Sports Bowling with your grandparents, and they would love it.
I remember playing that with my parents, and they absolutely loved it. And my mom, who actually bowled on leagues and traveled on bowling leagues, and she whipped my butt every single time. Yeah. It was very realistic.
It was literally a system for everyone, and that's why it was such a success. And I think it paved the way just for so many more casual gamers to get into gaming, and I think that's a great thing.
Okay, so I think the way we should start this, I'll say my list, you say your list, and then we'll go over each game one by one.
Okay.
So my list, and starting off, one of my favorite games. This actually was these are actually all kind of GameCube-y games too.
When there's nothing wrong with that, the GameCube is the greatest system of all time. And you can quote me on that.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, another episode.
We're starting to fight early here.
Yeah.
It's like episode 1. One of the games that shaped me was Resident Evil 3.
Yep.
I threw Resident Evil 4 on here just because I feel that is the best Resident Evil game of all time. Yes, it came out on GameCube. I understand that. But
best system of all time, GameCube. Yes, correct, Chris. You're feeding into my argument.
But it also, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But it also came out for the Wii.
Yes. And the Wii version is arguably superior. If you're cool with the motion controls, it has all the extra content.
I'm not. I actually want to plug in the Pro controller.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can do that
or
too.
GameCube
anyway,
controller.
Yeah.
And just play through it, just because I love those style of games.
Now, I would urge you next time you fire it up, try that Wii remote because it's really immersive.
I will try it.
When you're pointing at those villagers on screen, when you're pointing at those evil priests and you're blasting them with your remote, man, it's immersive.
They're evil.
It's immersive.
Number 2 was Mario Kart.
Oh wait, how much did you spend on Resident Evil 4?
$9.
Yeah, see, that's a steal.
That's
Steal
a
and a
steal.
deal.
Yeah.
So,
So you gotta
absolutely, for an
gotta
adult
add it.
gaming collection, Resident Evil 4 for Wii, yeah, that's a must-have.
Number 2 on my list was Mario Kart Wii for $28.
Okay.
Mario Kart Wii was terrific.
Yes.
Great follow-up to Double Dash, even though I do think Double Dash was
Superior.
better. Yes.
GameCube, number
Yes.
one.
This is going to be a GameCube fanboy gush episode.
I know.
But a great game to play with the family.
Yes.
Obviously, the multiplayer, the replay value on Mario Kart games are through the roof. That's why I picked that.
Now, I will say about Mario Kart for Wii, I think of all the home console Mario Karts, it's arguably the weakest. Mario Kart Double Dash, having the player selection mechanic, phenomenal. Mario Kart Wii said, nah, we don't want that. I love Mario Kart Wii, but I played it the other day, and it's kind of rough, especially after you've played Mario Kart 8.
Well,
It's
sure.
so hard to go back to.
Yeah.
So that's why, spoiler alert, Mario Kart 8 is not, or Mario Kart Wii, excuse me, is not on my list.
That's fine. We're gonna get in...
That I'm still a little bitter. I haven't unlocked Funky Kong. I can't get him.
I don't think I did it either. Or maybe my boys have. I don't know.
I need to get them to get them for me.
This is going to be the pick. Actually, no. I'm going to save this one for last. The next one I picked was the Mario baseball game.
Yeah.
Superstar Sluggers.
Sluggers
for $27.
Okay.
I love Mario Baseball. It was one of my favorite games on the GameCube. Yes,
GameCube again. Yeah. Yes, I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm right.
I know.
No, just kidding.
I love I think the Wii version is better because the GameCube one was too easy.
Yeah.
It was
Sure.
too easy to constantly
Fair
win.
criticism. Fair.
Yes, I feel like the Wii one outperformed the GameCube one in every way. The sequel was better than the original
Yes.
for $27. And the last one, I feel like we're going to come to blows on this. I picked Wii Sports Resort for $29.
We're gonna maybe debate this one. All right, go ahead.
So $29. That brings my total to $93. So I have enough for a throwaway game.
And there's a lot of great $5 and below games.
Yeah,
I'll
I can
mention
pick up,
some
like,
at the
Madden
end of
or
my
something.
list. Yes,
Yeah, or
Mad-
NBA 2K.
Get Madden 09. You get Favre on the box. He's smiling.
Oh
He
my
hasn't
gosh.
betrayed the Packers yet. He
Not
hasn't
yet.
gone to the Vikings.
No, that was the year he did.
That was literally the year. But when
He
the
went to
game
the
came
Jets.
out, he still hadn't.
When
done
I
it.
bought the game, I bought it for Xbox 360.
Yes.
And Walmart, where I bought it from, printed out sleeves of him in
Yes.
a Jets uniform
Yep.
and gave it out with
Yep.
the game. I have both
There's
covers.
alternate cover art because
Yes.
of the betrayal.
I can't believe that. I haven't seen a game that's done something like that since.
They kind of almost had to when
They-
he unretired and the
Yeah.
Packers shipped him to the Jets. I think
that's-
the Wii version, though, only has him in his Packers uniform. He's got a big grin on his face, and that's how I choose to remember Favre.
It was a different box
Different box art.
box art cover than the PlayStation.
He
and
looks
Xbox
like your
ones.
nice dad on that one. He
kinda
doesn't.
does.
He doesn't look like he cut your heart out and went to your worst rival. All right. Anyway, Wii Sports.
Wii
Resort.
Sports. So
Yeah.
again, $93. That's my list. That is superior to yours in
Ooh,
every single way.
Much like how the GameCube is superior to all other consoles.
No, my
No,
list
no,
is just
no,
better.
no. I'm
My
just
list
kidding,
is
I'm
just
kidding.
better. So
All right.
let's hear your inferior.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding, I'm
Inferior,
kidding,
inferior,
I'm
eh?
kidding.
Okay. No, so my list, I've been collecting a lot of GameCube games lately. I think right now is the perfect time to buy them because they're dirt cheap.
GameCube games or Wii games?
Wii games. Actually, GameCube games are astronomically
I was
expensive.
about to say.
Yeah, GameCube, well, because it is the greatest system ever made. No, GameCube games are ridiculously expensive right now. That's why you should have bought them 10 years ago. And now, games like Mario Kart Double Dash are almost $100.
Oh my gosh.
All right, but now is the perfect time to buy Wii games. You can get them for super dirt cheap. They still hold up. You can even, if you go to your thrift store, go to your local thrift store right now. I guarantee there's 5 Wii games there. Now, granted, 4 of them are going to be Wii Fits, but...
And Wii Play.
And Jillian's...
The Wii Play knockoff.
Right, exactly. But...
Scribble Knots.
Yeah. Thrift stores are still a good source of Wii games. I've scored a bunch over the last couple of months. But yeah, it's a great spot. You usually get them for like $2 if your thrift store is cool, $4 or $5 if it's a Goodwill. Because Goodwill is way overpriced. All right. So my first pick, I'm going in order of how expensive they are.
Okay.
My first pick is Wii Sports.
Why would you go with
the
Wii
original?
Sports? Why?
All right.
Over
Well,
the better one.
Well, as you probably are aware, Wii Sports is one of the best-selling games of all time.
All time.
All time. Well, and that's because it was included with virtually every single Wii sold. I'll admit, I played a little Wii Sports Resort this week, and Wii Sports Resort is arguably the superior game.
Absolutely.
Way more mini games.
So why wouldn't you spend $4 extra?
Look, for the sake of this exercise, I gotta go cheap, Chris. I gotta go cheap.
Damn, no you don't.
Well, here's the thing. Wii Sports still has bowling, baseball,
Golf.
Boxing. And honestly, I think you don't necessarily need more than that. I mean, like, Wii Sports Resort, I love throwing the Frisbee to the dog. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But
the
did that
basketball
need...
shooting? The 3-point contest?
Basketball shooting's a little limited. All right.
What? Oh!
I think it's a crime to
How dare
own
you,
it.
sir? How dare you?
I think it's a crime to own a Wii and not have Wii Sports. It should be mandatory. They should just be duct taped onto every single Wii.
I agree. But
right.
why would you drive the old clunker when you have a Ferrari in your driveway that you're able to drive? The Wii Sports Resort is so much better. You get to go flying. The archery is amazing.
Archery is fun.
Yeah.
Here's
you get to fly in a volcano.
Here's my other counterpoint. For this exercise, you need Motion Plus to play Wii Sports Resort.
Yes.
Not the case with Wii Sports.
Oh, give me a break. We're
Dude.
not talking about the add-ons and peripherals.
The Motion Plus goes for at least $10 or $20 now. Just for the Motion Plus adapter.
The adapter? Well, let's assume that you have the controllers with it built in already.
Yeah, maybe, but those are more expensive than the other ones, too.
Yeah,
all right, anyway. Honestly, I agree Wii Sports Resort is the superior game, but it doesn't have baseball as well, and baseball, I think, is overall my favorite Wii sport.
Well, that's why I put the Mario Sluggers in.
Right, but if you had Wii Sports, you don't need it.
I will admit, the Home Run Derby was probably...
the best.
One of my favorite parts. That and bowling were probably the two greatest standouts.
And
golf was great, too.
Right. I think they knew the bread was buttered by golf and bowling, and that's why they're in both.
Yes.
But I just love the baseball. It's so simple, and people have mentioned to me that it's arguably rigged because players commit random errors and such, but I just love it. I love it. So Wii Sports is my first pick. I think you need it with a Wii. $25, according to my research.
That's a quarter of your budget.
That is, but
right
Wii Sports, I made some...
And you were able to still squeeze out 6 games.
I know, right? Well, that, again, just speaks to the deepness of the Wii library and the cheapness of the Wii library.
That's true.
So my second pick, again, this is aiming a little younger, but I think this game is great for anyone. Kirby Epic Yarn. $17.50.
See, now when you told me this one,
yes,
I laughed a bit because I'm like, why would you pick this? But we got to think of our kids. This game is like perfect for young kids just learning how to play because essentially like you're invincible. You cannot die.
Well, and that's like a very common thing in modern gaming. All right, so Kirby's Epic Yarn is almost therapeutic in a way because of that. Like, it's just chill. It's fun. The graphics at the time were like extremely unique. Like,
yes,
everything looks like it's made of yarn or crafted.
Yes,
and it's just a joy to look at, joy to play. I will say, if you're a Kirby fan and you are expecting him to suck things up and take the powers, that doesn't happen in this one.
Yeah, it was a real...
a little shakeup.
It was, yeah. It didn't stick to its core values.
No, instead he's got a lasso and he can like kind of rip things. And it's a little weird at first, but once you get used to it, it's a lot of fun. And Kirby can transform, like he turns into a tank at one point. It's a blast, and it has 2-player co-op at the same time, which is a lot of fun. If your kids play together, that would be great for them.
Good way to introduce them to games.
Exactly. And that's kind of the point of my list in general. So
my opinion on that, and I'll be the first to admit, I did not give Kirby's Epic Yarn much of a look. I remember playing it at your place.
You need
and
to.
I remember
yeah.
thinking, like, this game's for babies. What is Dan doing owning this? But my appreciation for it has grown exponentially after having kids. And just appreciating, like you said, the graphics of it, the ease of playing. Anybody can pick up and play it. And Kirby games, I love Kirby games. Like,
yeah, you're a big Kirby stan.
Big Kirby fan. And I did not give these games a chance. Like, and even Yoshi's Woolly World, which is essentially a clone of it.
Kind of. It's like Yoshi's Island meets Kirby's Epic Yarn.
I never gave those games a chance.
Love
but
them. Love those
certainly,
too.
Now I would be definitely willing to. So I actually did like this pick. So shout out to you on this one. There's a few on your list I liked.
And at only $17.50, I mean, come on.
That's a steal.
For a complete copy, you get just a single disc for probably like $12. All right, my third pick. I know you're going to agree with this one.
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy, $14.
Now we're talking the first one.
The first one, correct.
Yes.
I would argue that the second one is probably the superior game.
Sure.
But for $14, a Mario mainline game?
Yes. Because the second one, it would be way more expensive and harder to find.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, Mario Galaxy, when it came out, Mario 64, as you and I know, is like a fantastic game. I know it's one of your most influential games, as we talked in the last episode.
Masterpiece.
Mario Sunshine is a great game, but it's built around kind of a gimmick. And
that's my favorite Mario game.
I mean, it is on the greatest system ever made.
We're not going to have a third episode.
Yeah. Anyway, but Mario Galaxy was kind of like a back to basics. They took away the backpack, and instead the gist of the game is you can jump between these planets using, get it, gravity. So it was a return to form. I think it was better than Sunshine. And it kind of blew people's minds when it came out that you could run all the way around a planet. Nintendo did some great stuff with the Wii Remote where you could wiggle it to pick up gems.
Yeah.
The graphics are phenomenal. The story is great. It introduced Rosalina. The music is phenomenal. It's really orchestrated. Just fantastic game, and for $14, I don't think you can beat that.
I agree with you. I still think Sunshine is one of the best Mario games.
Oh no, agreed.
Ever made. But yeah, there's so much love for Mario Galaxy.
Right.
Even today, one of my son's friends wants to pick it up and play it.
Yeah.
It still gets played today. So very good pick. Very good pick.
Well, and when we do our GameCube $100 list, where we each only get 2 games, we can pick Mario Sunshine. We can pick anything.
We'll have to collaborate on that one.
All right, so my next pick, this is a little interesting. As we had discussed during Chris's segment, I am skipping Mario Kart Wii, and I am instead going with Sonic Sega Racing.
We're going to get some console wars.
$12. 50 cents.
See, I can't blame you on that. And the fact that I have Mario Kart Wii, if we were to hang out together.
That's true. If this was collaborative libraries, we got a killer library here. But anyway, so the reason I'm going with it is it's less than half the price of Mario Kart Wii. Mm-hmm. Again, would I say Mario Kart Wii is probably a superior game? Yeah, maybe. But this game has a really fun boost system, a really nice drift system.
Okay.
And if you're a Sega fanboy, I mean, Chris, we're both Nintendo dudes, but this
love Sega.
This has so many Sega characters. There's like Easter eggs galore.
Yeah.
They really leaned into the entire Saga lore for this. I mean, like, I just played it the other day. You can play as do you remember the Choo Choo Mice from Choo Choo Rocket?
No.
It was a Dreamcast only game. It's a weird... Right, that's how deep the rabbit hole goes on this game.
Yeah.
We're talking Ooh La La. We're talking Alex frickin' Kidd is in this.
Kidd?
Alex Kidd.
From Dreamland?
They rescued him. He is alive and he is playable.
Wow.
There's so many racers. There's like over 20 levels. Plus, if you like unlockables, you can grind this thing all day.
And you know, I love completionist.
Oh, you're going to have a blast with this one then. For $12, dude? Yeah, you got to play this one. I will say it's dated a little bit. I think they tried a little too hard on the graphics and some of the levels came out a little blocky. But that being said, for $12, you're going to have a ton of fun with that one.
Excellent.
All right.
All right, I like that. What about your next one? Actually, this game, I feel like I've heard of,
Yes.
but I know I've never played it.
Well, okay, so my next pick, Excitebots. $12 right now. And so essentially what I did is I swapped Mario Kart Wii for 2 racing games. Excitebots and Sega Sonic Racing.
You turned in Mario Kart Wii?
Basically.
That is like sacrilege. What did GameStop give you? A handshake and a hot dog?
At this point, yeah, probably, because Wii games are dirt cheap. But anyway, Excitebots, $12. This is a really, really fun game. Essentially, it's a sequel to Excite Truck, which was a launch Wii title.
Yes.
So this is basically Excite Truck 2. But instead, they threw out the trucks, and they put in robots shaped like animals. It sounds kind of weird, but man, is it fun to play. There's a really fun boost system. Like, literally, I think the only thing it has in common with Excite Bike, which it's sort of named after, is that you have a booster, and you have to make sure it doesn't go to red, otherwise your car dies, just like the NES game. But, yeah, it's crazy. There's, like, a bat robot. There's, like, a frog robot. Some of the courses, like, you will wind up in a bowling alley. It's crazy. The one thing I will warn is if you don't like motion controls are the only option. But the courses are very wide, so if you like steer off the track, you're not going to get penalized too bad. But it's a really fun game. Came out kind of late in the Wii's life, but it's definitely worth checking out, especially at $12.
I'll check it out next time I'm at your place.
You're going to play a lot of these at my place, I think. Wii Night coming up next.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I like your next pick.
Yes. So my next pick is Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. $9.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. Actually, pretty much all the Lego games are very, very cheap right now.
And you're speaking to the completionist in me, because I love all these kinds of games. Like, I've played the Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones.
Oh man, if you like completing things, man, there's a lot to complete in this game.
And I do. And
we're talking all 6 of the original episodes. Each episode has like, I think, almost 10 levels. Mm-hmm. The character select screen, I can't even count it. There's so many freaking characters that you can be in this.
So many.
$9. Like, you just get so much content. And it's so funny looking back now that was the complete saga. And obviously we all know what happened next. Disney bought Star Wars, made like 8 more movies, 20 more on the way.
And no more Lego games.
Yes. And the Star Wars saga will literally never be complete again. But this is your one chance. And if you're wondering for your kids, which ones do I show them first? The prequels, the sequels, whatever. You do start with episode 1 here. And it also has the trademark Lego humor. No voice acting, unfortunately, but still very, very funny.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. And what I love about it is I'm actually playing through Lego Batman with one of my kids. And yeah, the campiness, the humor of it, it's so fun. Anybody can play it.
It doesn't take the property seriously. It just kind of lovingly pokes and mocks it.
Yeah, you get the gist of the story. I'm having a hard time getting my kids to get into Star Wars. They refuse to watch the original trilogy.
Wow.
Well, they think it's old. They think it sucks.
See, that's the weird thing, because, like, growing up, it was always like, we got to show our kids the originals. The originals are kind of boring. You might need to start with the prequels and hope for the best.
I actually didn't mind the prequels, because we became adults around the time the prequels.
That's right. We came of age. I think one of our last things we did before you went off to college was to see episode 3, midnight release.
Yes.
Back when that was still a thing.
Back when we were young enough and energetic enough to stay up to midnight.
And in community college.
All right, your last pick. So here's the deal. I know I said at the top of the episode that I think my list is superior in every way, and your list has some real head scratchers. I will give you this. You have explained away my fears and doubts about your list, so kudos to you.
Thank you.
However, you have a tall mountain to climb with your last pick.
You know what? I had a feeling this was going to raise your eyebrows. And again,
it's making me question our friendship.
Well, here's the deal. My list is kind of slanted more towards my child and getting him into gaming.
Okay.
And also, maybe, arguably as importantly, making him get exercise secretly while he plays a video game. So that's why my pick is really any of these, but I'm going to go with the first Just Dance game. Typically, you can have it for about $6, but again, if you go to a Goodwill, there's probably a Just Dance sitting there right now for like $4. Probably. So I'm going with the first one because it has the best song lineup, I think, in my opinion. Kind of like the Guitar Hero and the Rock Band games kind of started getting bad once, every song had been picked already. So this one has some really good songs. It has Can't Touch This, Heart of Glass by Blondie, Pump Up the Jam. I mean, I know you love Space Jam. You gotta love Pump Up the Jam, bro.
Sure.
And I mean,
hard sell.
And again, I have a real soft spot for the Beach Boys. R.I.P. to Brian Wilson, my hero. Even as a Beach Boys song, I mean, you can dance to the Beach Boys. And again, I think this is a really good way for a kid to burn off some energy. Because if you do these and you're following the dancer on screen, so if you've never played a Just Dance game, there's a dancer on screen and you have to imitate the moves while holding your Wii remote. It burns a lot of calories if you do the full dance. So you can wear your kids out nice and easy. Then, when they go to middle school and they have a crush on Becky Lou or something, they'll know how to dance.
Lou?
That's it. Girls are named Becky Lou these days, right? I don't know.
No. My son's about to go into middle school, and I have never met a Becky Lou.
Yeah.
They don't go to the Dr. Seuss middle school here.
Betty Lou who? But anyway, so yeah, and it's $6. I mean, you can have this for a lot cheaper if you got a used video game in store in town. You can literally pick almost any game in the series. I would also give a shout out to Just Dance 2014. Because that has the Ghostbusters theme song. And you do a dance routine to Ghostbusters. It's phenomenal. And I mean, like, for the adults, if you're still at the age where you're throwing back a couple of brews, you want to have a funny time, do something wacky, play a Just Dance game. So for $6, that brings my total up to 98.
Which isn't bad.
Not bad. It came in under. Again, you go to Goodwill, pick out a game for $2 for yourself.
Well, there you go, and I got 7 to spare.
Yeah.
But, okay, your list isn't bad. Just Dance, I'm still going to argue with you.
I know. It's debatable, but, when I was the fittest I ever was in my life, I was playing that game a lot.
And it wasn't
I
because
bet
of that game.
The two might have had something to do with each other.
I doubt it. Just
Maybe.
Send your kid outside.
Yeah. The point is to keep our kids inside with this list. But no, I got some honorable mentions.
Please.
Did you have a couple honorable mentions, Chris?
Oh my gosh.
All right,
I
go
can
ahead.
think of some. But yeah, I remember there were a few that I had to take off of
What
my
do you got?
list.
What were your honorable mentions?
Well, I know that Wii Sports was one of the honorable mentions, just given the price.
Yeah.
Any of the Lego games.
Yeah. Batman, Indiana Jones. There's a lot of good ones.
Yes, those were honorable mentions for sure. Oh boy, the Wii lineup was fairly decent, but there's a lot of. I didn't want to spend the $7 on a junk game just for the sake of saying that. Oh, I have a game here.
Right.
There were. The Wii. What were your honorable mentions? I need to think of some.
Well, my top 2 honorable mentions are, of course, Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is a steal right now at only $13. But the reason I didn't put it on my list is I don't want my kid to tear his hair out, because Donkey Kong Country Returns is brutal. It's arguably, in my opinion, the hardest Donkey Kong Country in the series, and that includes Donkey Kong Country 2.
What?
Yes.
Wow, bold words.
Have you played through it recently?
Not recently.
When was the last time you played it?
With you.
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay.
And there's a reason why when they remade it, they made it easier. They gave you extra hearts and stuff.
Oh,
because
that's right.
It is brutal.
Okay.
But otherwise, if it was easier, it'd be on my list. But again, I want an easy game for my kid, so I'm going with Kirby. The other game I'm shocked that did not come up between us, Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yeah, that was another one I was going to put on there. But again, I had to take it out for more family-friendly games. But yeah, there's people that still love that game to this
Yeah.
day. It is a good one. But yeah,
See,
I have it for my other libraries.
See, now, the reason I didn't put on my list is it's kind of like my Mario Kart Wii argument. I think it's arguably the weakest Smash Brothers of the entire mainline series.
Sure.
I just played it the other day. It is so slow.
Yeah?
Like, compared to Melee, it's lightning fast.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Twitch reflexes. With Brawl,
Yes.
it's just plodding and slow. And I just, after you play either Melee or you play the new one, it's just like I can't go back to this slow molasses game. Another game that I was gonna mention as a Smash Brothers clone that's actually still a lot of fun, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. Are you familiar with this game?
Not at all.
Okay, so this came out in a weird period before Nickelodeon bought the Turtles, so they were still doing their own thing.
Okay.
It's more based on the comics and the CGI animated movie. But it's basically a Smash Brothers clone with Turtles characters, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Now, granted, you kind of have to be a Turtles fan to really appreciate it, I think.
Sure.
But if you are, there's a lot of fun to be had with a Smash Brothers knockoff with the Turtles. Another game I really wanted to put on the list was A Boy and His Blob.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a remake of the NES game, but with, like, updated graphics.
Yes, I remember playing that. And shout out to them for remaking that game. That was
Right.
such an obscure game.
Right, and I think they did it, like, justice, because the graphics look like a storybook.
Yeah.
The gameplay is improved. It's just so fun. There's literally a button where you can hug your blob. I mean, come on! You can hug your blob.
How loving.
Right.
So one game I honorable mention I completely forgot about, and I owned this game and I loved this game and played it way too much and kept my parents awake, was Donkey Konga.
Yes. Now, technically Donkey Konga is a GameCube game.
Oh.
GameCube is the best. Yes, I am the winner. No, well,
That
you could
is
have
right.
You could have taken Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. They remade that for Wii.
That's true.
I played it, and it's weird without the bongos. I beat it. It's still a great game. Better on GameCube.
I will say, you can play any GameCube game on the Wii.
Then that also makes the Wii awesome. And then I guess you could almost say the Wii is the better system, but you know,
the GameCube is definitely
yeah,
the best
GameCube
system.
is the best.
But okay, shame on me for that. But
No shame in your game, man. I'll give you another pick. Here's another one of mine. This is a cheapo pick, and again, I'm a Turtles fanboy. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game based on the Nickelodeon cartoon. I believe it's just called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
sure.
You can usually have it for about $5 if you find it. Is it the greatest Turtles beat 'em up ever made? No. But is it fun and $5 worth? Heck yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah. I mean, you're going to plunk $5 into the arcade just trying to beat the original arcade, so take this home. But it's a lot of fun. Has a lot of the original voice cast in it, including Rob Paulson, who voices Donatello in this version. But it's a great cartoon and a great way to get your kids into the Turtles because the Nickelodeon cartoon version is pretty kid-friendly, but still kind of like honors the 1987 cartoon. So that's a blast. And like you had said, you can usually get any of the Maddens for about $5. 09 is my pick because obviously it's got Favre on the cover. There's a lot of fun baseball games for cheap too. My pick is probably the Bigs 2.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes, and that one actually, again, shout out to our local celebrity Prince Fielder on the cover of that bad boy.
That's true. All
Yeah.
right, I got some. I need to redeem myself
Okay.
after that kerfuffle with Donkey
Kerfuffle.
Kong.
No, that's fine.
Donkey Kong. I apologize. So Super Paper Mario.
Yes, that's a steal.
It's not really. It's super expensive. I
Ooh,
think.
how much are we talking?
Quite a bit. I actually didn't look up the price, but I know those are very expensive. But one of my favorite games for the Wii, new Super Mario Brothers Wii, loved it. Loved the throwback to let's go back to 2D. Let's have some fun with it. I loved every bit of it. It was a great game, and I'm surprised neither of us mentioned this. The Twilight Princess, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, or Metroid Prime, a trilogy. Those are some great games. And and even Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword.
Yeah, Skyward Sword's fun. I think of the two Zeldas on Wii. It's tough. I mean, for my purposes, I would probably take Skyward Sword.
Oh, I
know
would
that's
too.
not the fan. Like, generally, Skyward Sword is not regarded as the best Zelda anymore because it's a little easy. But
Yeah,
that's
but
why
it was
I'm taking
fun.
it for a kid.
It
And
was
I mean,
fun.
like, the way you can swing the remote to
How
use
cool
this
is
sword.
that? You get to be
Awesome.
Link.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would take that one for my purposes of my list being a list of games that I want my kid to play. I want to give him like training glove Zelda first.
Yes.
But yeah, no, great picks. And yeah, like I said, the Wii library has a lot of great hidden gems. If you go digging, a lot of games can be had for very, very cheap. You can buy them and quickly build up a nice library for yourself or
Yeah.
your kid or your friend or anyone.
And I give you credit. You actually dove deep into the library.
Oh, I've been diving deep in the Wii library.
I feel like I stopped digging deep after the GameCube.
Yeah.
I just was more or less like, I need to know that the game is good before I dive deep into it anymore. It wasn't like, the days of Blockbuster rentals, they were getting near the end of their era.
Right, yeah.
And, we were older. The Wii came out. It was like late college, post-college.
Yeah.
So like we were grown-ups with responsibilities, and we had, like they say in Rugrats, and we had to. I didn't really have as much time to game anymore, so I was more selective about the games I bought.
Yeah.
So I didn't really go to the bargain bin to find games. Like, I don't have time for that.
Well, that's why right now I would encourage our listeners and you and anyone just start collecting the Wii right now because
Might
it's
as well.
cheap. I mean, like, and again, like you were saying, Blockbuster apparently basically kind of started going out of business during the Wii era. This was
Yeah.
like the last era you could basically rent games easily if you
Yep.
if you still had a Blockbuster or 10 in your town. I
Or
mean,
10.
where I grew up, we had like at least four
Yes.
at
We did.
least.
We did.
Yeah.
And I remember, shout out to my mom. Like, if one Blockbuster didn't have it, we go to the one across town. If that one didn't have it, we go to the one.
Yeah.
The other side of
Exactly. It was
town.
like Starbucks. Like, which are you closest to? I'll
Our
get it there.
hometown had, I know they had 3.
I would say
And that's not
we
counting
grew
Hollywood
up in
Video.
pretty much the same town. I would say if you ventured a little tiny bit further out of town, you could jack that number to like 6 or 7.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah, we went.
And including Hollywood Videos and like Pick and Saves, or that's a local grocery store.
Now owned by Kroger.
Yep. Yeah, you could rent a game just about anywhere back in the day, but
Yeah.
now I think your only option is basically like GameFly or
Is that even still a thing?
I don't know. I
I
never
don't know
tried
either.
it. I didn't. Yeah.
Or you can just do, well, now they just have Switch ports of everything.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but a lot of these Wii games didn't get ported either. That's brings me to my next point.
yeah.
A lot of them are kind of landlocked on the Wii. So if you want to play them, again, they're cheap now. Grab yourself. The console isn't even that expensive either. You can typically get one for about $50.
Yeah.
And the Wii remotes are pretty dirt cheap too. So it's a great time to collect Wii and Wii U too. Get on that because that's going to get really pricey in the future
I'm
too.
surprised that hasn't. If we can talk about the Wii U for just a
Well, I think we should do a Wii U build your own episode as well.
Oh
but,
my gosh.
But yeah, let's talk about Wii
second.
U for a
There's
second.
really not a lot of games for it. But
Mhm.
I'm just surprised that Wii U games haven't skyrocketed.
It's
Because
tough.
there aren't many.
Well, it's tough to predict because Nintendo wisely pretty much ported all the best Wii games to Switch. So, like, it's way more convenient to play it on your Switch. You know, you can put it to sleep mode whenever, you can take it on the go. So, it's going to be tough. I think for, like, hardcore Nintendo collectors, there's a chance Wii U games will explode in value, but it's going to take probably another 10 years, I would say.
Well, yeah, they said that they released approximately 200 physical releases for the Wii U.
Right.
There's about 800 games if you include digital. And
Right, and
what
now you
have you.
can't get the digital games. The store's closed.
Which
But
is
yeah.
insane.
I know.
but-
They always close the stores way too early. I didn't even finish all my Wii U shopping before they closed the Wii store, and I regret it to this day. But yeah, so gobble up Wii and Wii U right now while you can. And now that Switch 2's here, you know,
Yeah.
Switch library is going to be pretty cheap. We might be doing a Switch episode
We
in a couple
might
of
be-
years.
Ooh.
Teaser.
But my kids love playing, my older son loves playing the Super Mario Maker on the Wii U
Mhm.
because of the amiibo
And the
connectivity.
gamepad is awesome to use for that game.
It is a great
It's like
console.
playing an iPad. I love it.
I obviously understand that it was a system that flopped. It wasn't Virtual Boy bad,
Right.
but the Wii was probably their best selling console, and then but you know what? It paved the way for the Switch.
Yes, it did. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like Nintendo just is always building on what came before. Like the Wii introduced motion controls.
Yep.
The Wii U tried to have it both ways. It had the Wii remote, but you could use the gamepad. And then the Switch is basically like a better version of the gamepad where
Yep.
like, oh, you can rip off the controllers and now they're Wii remotes.
And now you can actually walk away from it is the console.
And it's a Game Boy, basically. Yeah.
A souped up Game Boy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that Pokemon didn't have like a mainline game for the Wii. We didn't get that until the Switch.
Yeah, and unfortunately the Pokemon games on Wii are a little limited. There's a battling game, which is kind of like Pokemon Stadium, but not as good, and no mini games.
Yeah.
There's 2 games called the Poke Park games, where you can like physically play as Pikachu. They're kind of fun, but it's more of like a novelty.
Yeah, it's a
so,
Pokemon game for the sake of having a Pokemon game.
Right, unfortunately. I mean, obviously, it would have been a lot better if we would have got a main line. I mean, even GameCube has 2 phenomenal Pokemon XD games. But, unfortunately, that's one thing, the Switch got some good ones, but we didn't. But again, you can play the GameCube Pokemon games on your Wii as long as you're willing to pay like over $100 a game because they're both pricey.
Yes, they are.
But they are coming to Switch too, so that's good.
Well, I think that these are good lists.
I like your list a lot. I think yours is more quality. Mine's kind of... I try to go for quantity and quality.
Well, yeah, you definitely did go more obscure, but I know I said you'd have a lot of convincing to do. You did it. Congratulations.
Yes, and it only took me 41 minutes, 56 seconds. Yes.
You did a great job.
Yes.
So looking forward to our next discussion. Thank you.
Yes, thanks everybody for listening. I appreciate it.
Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe. We will talk to you next time.
We? Get it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye-bye.